Welcome to the Conspiracy Couch. Take a seat on the Conspiracy Couch and chat with us.
Can I blow your mind? We're not actually sitting on a couch. Sorry. What do I do with my hands?
How do you keep somebody waiting in suspense?
I see where this is going. I don't know how.
Okay, that's enough silence.
If you have really low standards for what type of evidence you're willing to look at, then yeah, you can fall into the trap of being overly associative.
The slippery slope. One thing leads to another, so it must be true. And I think that's a fair thing to say. When you approach any conspiracy theory, or any topic for that matter, you don't have to have the conspiracy theory label on it. But the point is that you need to approach it with a rational mind and evidence-based thinking.
You're not always going to be handed the full gamut of empirical evidence on a silver platter, right? Sometimes all you get are little bits of evidence that point you in a direction. So,
right, I can totally agree. Now, there are some conspiracy theory concepts that don't necessarily fit in the laws of physics as we know it today. So you do have to have an open mind. But generally speaking, it's always good to keep a level head and not instantly ape into any new idea, but to research and rationalize and come to the conclusion on your own. Question everything.
Yeah, and don't be too quick to dismiss either, right?
Right.
In my opinion, the ones that just quickly dismiss anything that objects to their current worldview, it's like the instinctive reaction, almost like a self-defense mechanism to defend the dogma and the worldview and everything that they're used to.
Yeah, so basically the battery people in the Matrix. Any of the people out there watching or listening, I'm sure, if you guys have ever had a moment in your life where things didn't quite seem right, you experienced that magical moment where you just can't really explain what happened. You know what we're talking about. Yeah, things that are hard to explain, right? So naturally, people are going to try to come up with explanations. Huh? Yeah. So the switch from UFO to UAP, and then shortly after that, they created a program for armed forces and other branches to report sightings and kind of help to remove that stigma. Yeah, people came forward. The change from UFO to UAP, that was a very explicit change. Everyone was talking about the whole interdimensional being aspect of non-human intelligence. I think that was a little more subtle. That's right. The new key phrase is non-human intelligence. So I was focused on the switch between UFO and UAP. I feel like it widened it to where UAP now involves something that's aerial. Anything that's aerial, that's a phenomenon, is a UAP now. Whereas a UFO was specifically an object that was flying. Oh, so there was another subtle change. It went from unidentified aerial phenomena to unidentified anomalous phenomena, because now they wanted to be able to include transmedium craft. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. So then, would you agree though the general public is looking for a smoking gun, something that they can say, here you go, here's proof. And the problem with doing that is that everybody's going to latch on to the idea that that multiplies to everything, or that stretches out to everything. So say for example they found what we know as the gray aliens. What if they found a body and they presented it to the public and they said, this is real, we know about these? Yeah, a body would never cut it. You might convince a few people with a body, but it would really take full-blown open contact for everyone to believe, obviously. Everyone would need their own personal experience or alien that they could talk to or interact with, right? It's harder to find information on current event conspiracies as well. Yeah. Because of the classification system. A lot of times you have to wait a significant amount of time for projects to become declassified to know what really went on. Yeah. Probably has certain phases. Some things you have to wait until anybody who was alive and working on it has to eventually pass away before certain information could be released. I'm sure somebody's drawn out these phases that information has to go through or tends to go through. Keep an open mind, obviously. Don't worry about stigmas. Obviously some people have to be a closet conspiracy theorist, because there are some, like I said, that term just stirs up a visceral reaction with people. And it's a shame. They've programmed so many people to think
again, that every conspiracy theorist just jumps to maximum conclusions, believes anything they read or hear.
Yeah, and that's totally not the case.
Yeah, it's nonsense. And I mean, I guess we gotta hand it to them. Like, it's impressive how effective and successful they've been at getting people to associate that with that term.
I mean, we try to have fun with it. The purpose of our project is to memify disclosure. So back in April, you and I started a project called DogeSquatch, and the reason we created it is to have some sort of a organization to our pursuit of the truth, and to build a community of truth seekers that want to explore with us and figure out what's really going on in the world. Fight the enemy, not your fellow man. We always try to maintain a very Dogely attitude, and that's where we get the Doge and DogeSquatch. You know, we don't care if you buy the token or not.
Yeah, the token is just there kind of for fun, like any good meme token.
We are the only dog Sasquatch hybrid meme token.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing with the token. If interest picks up, it helps us not only have a community where we can discuss these things, but also build our own ecosystem around it.
Yeah, our main mission is to bring the truth on chain. So in the efforts of researching conspiracy theories and strange and mysterious topics, you know, like you said earlier, we don't have to call them conspiracy theories. It's just a matter of semantics.
Yeah, it's the go-to term, but unfortunately it upsets a lot of people.
Ultimately, what we're trying to do is we're just trying to get more people woken up to the idea that some of these major stories that you've heard your whole life may actually be true.
Alright, I guess it's time to get off the conspiracy couch and go back to our normal free-range tax slave lives.
Yeah, well, hey, thanks for joining us on the Fireside Conspiracy Couch session.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll become your unofficial new conspiracy therapists.
I like that, conspiracy therapist. Follow us on Twitter at DogeSquatch, DogeSquatch. We're also in Discord under the Squatch Nest. Come join us there. That's where the majority of the conversations happen.
Yeah, we also have our TikTok at the same handle, DogeSquatch. You know, search DogeSquatch and you'll probably find us. Or you can go to the website, DogeSquatch.xyz.
Yep, that's the best place to get all of the information and spring out from there.
Yep. We'll catch you guys next time.